Hello everyone, my name is COMM1170. It is a pleasure for me to present the business case of Binance today. Binance, the parent company of TikTok, is expected to be valued at $400 billion by 2022. Human resources issues at Binance, a multinational technology corporation, will be examined in this talk. I will examine a key HR issue affecting the company's success and provide persuasive solutions. Binance was founded in 2012 by Zhang Yiming, Liang Rubo, and a group of collaborators in Beijing, China, who invented TikTok and Douyin. The company is owned by Beijing-based Binance Ltd, registered in the Cayman Islands. TikTok first debuted in China in September 2016, where it is known as Douyin. The following year, its parent company Binance released an international version once it began to acquire popularity in China. The number of monthly active users on TikTok was 1.5 billion in 2023, and by the end of 2024, it is predicted to reach 1.8 billion. In 2023, TikTok's revenue was over 16.1 billion, showing a 67% growth compared to the previous years. Why they encourage collaborations and growth? More than 100,000 employees are located in more than 30 nations. Human resource management, or HRM, is a crucial aspect of every successful company operation structure and a core competency of business administration programs. Binance, a Chinese business, owns the popular video sharing app TikTok. The US and a number of other countries are considering banning the app on the grounds of national security. Numerous nations have also imposed bans on TikTok, such as Afghanistan, India, the European Union, Australia, Belgium, Canada, France, New Zealand, and the UK. The potential prohibition of TikTok in the US and other countries might cause more online divisions. Banning TikTok for national security grounds resemble totalitarian internet administrations. Countries like China and Russia support the internet sovereignty strategy, which gives national governments more control over the internet within their borders. As an alternative to the West's internet freedom goal, the concept of internet sovereignty has gained popularity in recent years. Beyond operations, Binance has a significant HR issue. It entails managing a complex legal landscape and regulatory complaints. TikTok is banned in numerous countries and under regulatory inspection for data protections and content moderations. Binance The SWOT analysis is a critical instrument organized in environmental management. Binance supports innovation and experimentation to build cutting-edge technology and products. Binance's core product, TikTok, has moreover users globally across demography and continents. W. Binance confers data privacy, content moderations, and national security regulations in numerous markets. Platform prohibitions, user preference, and competition pressures threaten Biden's income, which comes from TikTok. Negativity publicly from regulatory concerns and conflicts may damage Biden's brands and customer trust, hurting long-term growth. O. Bodies may reduce risk and improve regulator and customer trust by proactively addressing regulatory issues and improving transparency and accountability. Binance, a Chinese global technology business, has had remarkable success in recent years. T. Binance confronts growing regulatory security, including TikTok's ban and strict data protection requirements, which could hamper operations and growth. Intellectual property conflicts, copyright infringement accusations, and content moderation and user safety lawsuits may arise for Binance. Political difficulty and geopolitical disputes between nations might limit Binance operations, market access, and regulatory uncertainty, affecting companies' continuity and expansions. 5W identifies organizations' issue fundamental costs, determine issue root cause relationships. Who? The US government Parliamentarians, notably House Republican leader and Biden's Ltd, the Chinese technology corporation that owns TikTok, are involved in the legislative problems. Afghanistan, India, the EU, Australia, etc. They are all affected by TikTok's activity and prospective prohibitions. When the bill will outlaw TikTok in the US if Biden fails to sell its ownership in the app with a specific time frame. Biden had additional time to find a buyer after the measure extended the divestiture deadline for 6 months, where the legislative problem focused on the US government, Congress, and regulatory agencies' behavior toward TikTok. However, it affects Biden's, a Chinese corporation, and its global operations, including TikTok's other nations. 1. TikTok spam are motivated by national security, data privacy, and threats from Chinese-owned technology companies. Trump administration's biggest concern of TikTok is that it may disclose American user data with the Chinese government, citing national security concerns. However, Biden opposed the prohibitions, noting its influence on free expressions, economic contributions, and millions of American jobs. Stress between the US and China and concerns about digital first security and privacy prompt this step. Legal representation and risk management, including data privacy rules, might help Biden resolve TikTok's regulatory issues. Data privacy attorneys help Biden comply with the GDPR and CCPA. Bodies may also assure compliance by analyzing data management, adopting high data privacy standards, and educating workers. Policymakers could succeed with TikTok by increasing transparency and accountability. This might entail data audits and TikTok with reporting security breaches and data measures. Policymakers should also strengthen data protection law to safeguard user data. TikTok is global, so governments might work with foreign partners on data privacy and national security. TikTok data protection regulation may include the US and Europe. To comply with data privacy legislations, bodies need to improve it, need advanced encryption, safe data storage, and data access controls. Staff should get comprehensive data privacy training to understand their obligations and compliance, increasing company data privacy awareness and responsibility. Biden should continually evaluate data privacy, cost benefit, conform resource allocations and investment plans to rules, technology, and organizational goals. Cyber defense tools secure Biden's sensitive data against breaches and hackers. Cybersecurity includes firewalls and IDS as endpoint protection and encryptions. By employing these technologies, Biden can increase security, secure user data, and minimize legal and reputational damage from data breaches. Data protection tools. Biden protect user privacy and follows data protection rules. It provides data anonymizations, access controls, masking and encryptions. User data protection solution from Biden may decrease regulatory non-compliance and penalties. Conclusion and recommendation. As a result of its ownership by the Chinese corporations, Biden's TikTok data privacy and national security positives had raised concern in the US policymakers, and TikTok may address these problems without banning it with careful analysis and corporations. The outright ban may not alleviate these difficulties due to unintended consequences and economic ramifications. Instead, governments may work with TikTok to educate users, encourage openness and responsibilities, and tackle data privacy and national security challenges with overseas partners. TikTok has addressed these issues, and it is committed to improving data security and resolving ownership concerns by a Chinese company. Senior management should approve and pay the solutions. This involves planning the installations and allocating funds for compliance and risk management platforms. cybersecurity tools, and data protection solutions. Audience can maintain user and regulator confidence by prioritizing regulatory compliance, data protection, and risk reduction. And that's all. Thank you.